Today I get to work with some beautiful Altenew artistry markers, stamp set, and Kendras Card Challenge 15 sketch, and we will be making a Magnolia floral card. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. This is the Kendras Card Challenge 15 and Altenew Hop. Altenew is a super sponsor for Kendras Card Challenge 15. So there will be a playlist for all of the other design team members who are using Altenew products in the description box below for you. So you can just click on that playlist and see all of the videos. But today I have the artistry markers from Altenew. This is the 4 scoop set. And I chose this one because pink is my favorite. So I kind of went with the pink based set here. And then I have the mini Magnolia stamp and die. This is one of the mini bundles. And it's just got the Magnolia flower and then the sentiment just because. And then the die cuts out the flower. And then they also sent, kind of as the free gift, for my purchase, the zesty lemon lime enamel dots. So there's hearts and stars and various sizes of circles. And then I'm also going to be using sketch 2 from Kendras Card Challenge 15. So let's get into the card making. I'm going to start by stamping out my Magnolia flower, and I just had this larger piece of cardstock on my desk, and it just fits inside my MISTI, so I just decided to go ahead and use that instead of trimming anything down. I did want to stamp it a couple times, just to have a couple of different magnolias to work with. And because it is new, I use some of the oil on my hand to take away some of the stickiness on the rubber there so that my ink will adhere a little bit better. And then I'm just inking it up a few times so I can get a nice crisp image. And then I'm just going to flip my cardstock around and do the same thing so I can have an extra to work with if I need it. So if you haven't seen Kendra's card challenges before, what she does is Cards by Kendra. She gives you a template and cutting guide to take 6x6 sheets of paper and cut them down and turn them into 15 cards. So she gives you the cutting guide and the card sketches. And here I'm just showing you that the one nice thing about these markers is that they are dual tip. They have the kind of fine tip and then a brush tip, which I always like. I like the brush tip in some of the bigger areas. So I just used the yellow to color in the stamen area. I don't really know that magnolias have a yellow center or stamen, but I did want to bring in a little bit of yellow because the rest of my flower will just be pink. I'm using the finer tip end of the marker right now to kind of color all of the darker areas of the petals, and we'll come back in with a brush tip to kind of give a lighter pink tone to the rest of the petals. So there will be a link in the description box below for you to find out how you can get the printable PDF for Kendra's Card Challenge. It is through our Patreon site. You will have to sign up as a free Patreon member, I believe, to access it. If you want to support her in any way, you can sign up as a paid Patreon member and receive a bunch of other amazing benefits, but you do not have to be a paid member to access her card sketches. Those are free. Also in the description box, there's a giveaway form. Cards by Kendra, she's always great about offering prizes and giveaways for all of our design team hops, whether it's a digital prize offered by her or a prize from one of our sponsors. So be sure to check that link out below so you can fill out the giveaway form. And then also in the description box, like I said, there is that playlist where you can see all of the other videos from the design team members. I'm excited to see what projects they do today. Here I'm just going through with the brush tip, and I'm not being real careful that there's even coverage because I kind of wanted to have a little bit of a watercolored effect. So some spots will be a little bit lighter, and then I kind of come in after everything's colored in, and darken up a few areas that I wanted to darken with my fine tip, and then maybe fill in a few areas with the brush tip. I'm not a colorer, like I'm not a great colorer, so you will see, I'm sure, some more skilled coloring techniques and videos if you check out that playlist. I will leave a link to the Altenew products that I am using today also in that description box. And I think I am finally getting to the point where I am happy with my flower. I'm just going to leave the leaves white. One, because I don't have a green in this set, and two, because I feel that'll help it kind of pop a little bit better on my card. I have a floral scrap that I pulled out from my stash that happened to be just about 3 inches wide, which was perfect for the measurements needed for the card sketch. One of the nice things about Kendra sketches is that she gives you the individual measurements on each card. So if you just want to make one card at a time, you can easily do that instead of having to make the full 15 every time. I also had a pink cardstock card mat already in my card mat stash, and so I pulled a pink that worked with the floral, and it's not the same shade as my Magnolia, but I feel like it's lighter, and so I feel that it that the lighter tones of all the background are going to help the Magnolia pop. So I got that top strip lined up, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add the other 3 strips spaced out. I'm just trying to leave kind of like an even bit of pink in between each strip. And then we'll add my mat to my card base. And my mat is just 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's kind of what I tend to cut most of my mats at when I'm just trying to build my card mat stash. So I took the die along with the stamp over to my Big Shot and cut it out. And then now I'm using the just because words that were also in the stamp set. I've already got them on my blocks. And then once I stamp those out, get this stamped out, I will trim those out, and I'm going to use those as the sentiment on my card. I'm leaving a little bit on the left side of each word because I'm going to tuck them in behind my Magnolia. And then I'm leaving some room on the right hand side because I want to cut a fishtail on that end. So I'm just kind of experimenting, lining them up, making sure that it's going to fit where I think it's going to fit. And then I will add the fishtails. And then I'm going to pull in some scrap cardstock that was left after the die cutting my Magnolia and pop up that Magnolia just a little bit so it's easier to slide. Well, one, it will emphasize the Magnolia even more, and two, I can slide my sentiments in underneath it. And I always like to use up scrap cardstock because I'm always looking for ways to use up scraps anyway. So sometimes I prefer to use just the cardstock pieces over foam, since I always have scrap cardstock on hand. Using my Barely Arts glue just to glue down my Magnolia, and now I can slide the just because in under the petals so that it kind of looks like it's tucked in behind my flower. And then I felt like it needed a little bit of something extra, and I still had some clear sequins on my desk from a previous project this week, and so I just decided to pull in a few of those for some added sparkle, but it wouldn't take away from the Magnolia. So we'll use my jewel picker tool to help me lift those up to add the glue underneath. And then once my sequins are down, my card is complete. So I'm just kind of cleaning up here a bit. And this is the pink version that you saw me color. I also did a version where I used the pink and the peach to give kind of a variegated Magnolia look. So just some different options. Again, please be sure to check out that playlist linked in the description box below, as well as all of the other information. Here's the final look of my card. I thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.